Hey, everybody. My name is John Shed, and today we have David McHale with us. We're here to talk about phishing awareness. My first question for you, David, is for the people out there that don't know what phishing is, what is phishing?
So, phishing is a form of social engineering,
Hmm.
typically through email or through SMS or over the phone, where criminals are trying to get some kind of information that they can use to access things that they shouldn't be able to access.
Okay. And there are a couple different terms out there. What's the difference between general phishing and
Mhm.
spear phishing?
Gotcha. So general phishing is typically super mass mailing. You're sending out tons and tons and tons of emails that have the same format to try and get somebody to click on it without a lot of effort. So it's really, really a numbers game.
Okay.
Whereas spear phishing, criminals will go and they will try and research a target. There's a little bit more preparation involved in that. And the success rate tends to be much, much higher as a result, and they're typically aiming for more valuable targets. So bookkeepers or CFOs who
Hmm.
have the ability to really, really give them something of value.
Okay, so general phishing is pretty much self-explanatory with the term
Mhm.
general, and spear phishing is more specific for that one individual.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, how do you identify a phishing attack if you're a user?
Mhm. So typically, what you'll see for general phishing
Hmm.
is you'll see a domain name that doesn't match, maybe a sender name that you're unfamiliar with. You may see poor spelling or poor grammar. You may see attachments that don't make a ton of sense, or attachments that are file types you wouldn't normally access.
Hmm.
And they may be asking you to do something that is outside of the normal process for your company.
Okay, cool. So they might, spell your name wrong or their own name wrong or something like that.
Mhm.
I've seen a ton of those emails before, and I think people know what that is. What are some good practices to prevent a phishing attack?
So definitely having good security policies in place, understanding what the processes are for common high risk activities like sending out payroll or sending
Hmm.
wire transfers. Those are some of the most common vectors we see for criminals basically taking advantage of that trust and then damaging a company. But also understanding that if something is suspicious, that the user should be reporting that and having some kind of process in place to make it easy for users to ask for assistance and to have them know what are those basic things they should be checking for in every email, because a lot of users don't know to look. They're simply unaware.
Okay, and that was like a great quick explanation for people out there about just in general what is phishing, how do we prevent it, and I know that you have tools for business owners that will really help with this. So why
Mhm.
don't you go ahead and tell the audience what you have?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have both phishing simulations
Hmm.
where we will send companies phishing emails that they can have their users click on, and we kind of get an understanding of what does their security posture look like, which users are vulnerable in their organization. And then we
Hmm.
have tools that they can use. They can forward emails and get a report back to understand what are some risky factors in that email. And then the
Hmm.
security team internally will also get that report. And we also have basic and advanced security trainings that will show those users a lot of the common tactics that are used, a lot of the common things that they need to look out for when they are suspicious that an email
Okay.
may be a phishing attack.
Okay, awesome. Well, I'm sure everybody's going to visit Hail Bites and check all of our content out and check our tools out. I'm going to leave links in the description and possibly on screen. And I really appreciate your time today, David, explaining everything for people out there. It's very helpful.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for having me.
All right, bye, guys.